Day one of working on the 240Z. We are here seeing it for the first time after a ride from California about, I think, last week. And trying to get to start. Got a new battery for it, and the battery, turned on all the lights, but the car doesn't want to crank over. The starter is super rusted, so we're gonna start by replacing the starter today and see if we can get it to at least crank over and possibly start. So let's get it. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. So here we have the starter. It's nice and rusty. So we're gonna replace that. Show you guys the whole car. It's in pretty good shape. Just went around looking at everything. And all the body's pretty straight. It's got some pretty bad paint job on it, and then it does need some body work because it has some dents here and there. But overall, it's a complete car, and it's got all of its pieces. So let's start by replacing the starter. That way we can see it crank over. Look at that starter. This thing is very, very old. I'd say probably over 30 years old. This thing is rusted. It's got spider webs everywhere, and it doesn't work. So that's why we're going to be replacing it. So hopefully we can get this car to crank over. So here we have the new starter, and it's actually really simple to install. I love how this car is so simple. Just 2 bolts. Slide it in. Second bolt goes right underneath it. Then we can just tighten it all down and then hook up the wires that go to it. So we got the starter installed and hooked up the battery. The battery, got the wires replaced and all that, just because they were all corroded. So brand new battery as well. That's obviously one of the things that you're gonna need to replace on a car that's this old. And now we're gonna go ahead and try to see if it cranks, because before it wouldn't give us anything. So let's see what it does. It like cranked first try and it almost started. Wanna try starting it? Okay. Can I start it? No, just make sure it's in neutral. Okay. Started? Let's do it again. Go. Yeah. Engine works. The engine sounds perfect. Now we just gotta figure out what's the deal with the fueling and the carburetors and stuff like that. To clean out all the lines, we're probably gonna have to clean the carburetors. Probably gonna have to change all the old fuel that's probably in there. But with a little bit of starting fluid, we've actually got it to run for a couple seconds, so that's probably gonna be the next thing. Try to see if the fuel pump is good. Try to see if any of the lines are busted, and just open this up, make sure that the carbs are clean. If not, give them a little bit of a carb clean. And yeah, she sounds good. All right, so I don't know too much about S30s, but I do know that these are carburetors, and these need to get fuel. So the car's not getting fuel right now, and I'm chasing it, and it looks like this line here and this line here are the what? Dang, this line just broke off. Okay, yeah, we're definitely not getting any fuel to this thing. It's literally just broken. So it looks like these are the fuel lines, and then we got some more rubber hoses. So we're gonna have to replace all these rubber hoses and just follow the fuel lines all the way back to make sure that everything's good. And then most likely we'll need to replace the fuel pump as well, and probably drop the tank and clean it, because who knows how old the gasoline is in there. The car's been sitting for a couple years, We don't know how many years, so it's just good to just replace it because I don't think fuel will even last that long. Maybe it could last like 2-3 years. Don't quote me on that. I don't know exactly, but I'd rather have some nice fresh 91 fuel in there and get this thing running right, because that seems to be the only thing it needs. This thing runs with a little bit of starting fluid, so the only thing it really needs now is fuel, and we need to make sure we can deliver it.